Alright, so I have here my SuperCub. I just came back from a 50-mile ride. I haven't ridden this thing since, man, it's been a while. I haven't ridden this thing since winter time. I think February or something like that. Anyway, it's been a while. It's been sitting there. One reason why I haven't ridden it is because I didn't want to wear out my tires, basically. I didn't want to wear out the tires. So, one of the last videos I did with this, or got for this thing, maybe not the last video, but one of the last ones. I can't remember exactly, but anyways, so I got this Michelin. What was it? Michelin. See that Michelin City Pros. So Michelin has a bunch, but you know, the thing about Michelin is that the naming of things is like, it really confuses people. Like this tire, for example, this is the City Pros, so they got the Michelin Cities, the City Pros, the City. I think there's a City 2, City Pro 2, City Grip Pro, City Grip 2, City Grip Pro 2, whatever. There's like literally, there's like half a dozen. Michelin has half a dozen different tires that has very similar names that has a city name on it. It's like either City Grip or City Pro or just City by itself. And there's a version 1 and 2, and I'm not sure if there's a version 3 or not for like each one. So it's like really confusing. So when I bought this tire, I thought it was a tubeless tire. I should have done more research, but I didn't. I just assumed it was a tubeless tire, but it's actually a tube tire. Let's see, where is it? Right in here. Right. Let's see that right in here. It says tube tire or tube type. It says tube type. So I was kind of pissed off about that. I was like, what the hell? Anyways, so later on, I found out from someone that they told me about which one's which. The one that says tubeless is the one that says City Grip. If it says grip on it, it's a tubeless. If it doesn't say grip, doesn't matter, whatever City Pro, whatever, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't have the word grip, it's not tubeless. Okay, so if it's missing the word grip, that means it's a tube type tire. With that said, I was pissed off about this one, of getting this and having that, being a tube type. And I was looking at just actually last week, I was looking at the bead of this tire. I was looking at it and I was feeling it. I was like, man, this thing looks and feels just like a tubeless bead, So I compared it with my my Pilot Street, which are tubeless tires. I was looking at them, right next to each other and feeling the bead this way, that way, every single way. And I was like, man, they both felt the same. They both had the same contours and everything. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could fit this on as a tubeless. So anyways, to my surprise, when I was pumping it up, you know how when you have a tubeless and you pump it up, and when the beads pop in place, it's a pop. One side goes pop, the other side pop, and this thing went pop, pop, and it was loud too. So I was like, whoa! I was surprised that it popped in place, and it held pressure and everything, and it basically is acting like a tubeless tire. So anyway, so this is the first ride on this tire. I put in 50 miles, and I rode through my test course, my test route, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain to the other side, then back up the mountain from the other side, back down to this side. So it's a 50 mile, approximately 50-mile ride. And it held up just fine. It behaved just fine. And you can see that I'm running it as a tubeless because my valve stem here, this is a tubeless valve stem. This is not a tube valve stem, and you can see how the shape of this right here is a tubeless valve stem. It has this kind of mushroom shape. When you stick it in here, it has that mushroom head, so that way it doesn't flop around. Whereas a tube type valve stem, it's just straight, right? It's just straight because it has to go through the valve stem hole. So anyways, so that's an update on this thing. So I'm gonna keep this on here. I'm gonna keep this on here, and I'm gonna basically gonna run this. I'm gonna ride this tire to Maine. So once I get to Maine, in another month or so from now, I will. Actually, I'm taking off from Maine at the end of June. So we're towards the end of of May right now, right? Like May 20, what's it, the 22nd or 23rd or whatever it is. So basically in another month, I'm taking off to head towards Maine. And by the time I get there, these tires will probably be toast. So I'm, they should last at least 3,000 miles, hopefully 4,000 miles, but at least 3,000 miles. So usually around, by the time I get to Maine or so, it'll be toast. And I'm gonna do another scooter cannonball. I wasn't gonna plan on doing one after I did the last one, the 2018 one. I had planned on not doing a scooter cannonball, but I am. So I'm gonna run this tire to there. That when I get there, I'm gonna put on the Pilot Street back on, because I actually took those off because those ones actually I have like less than 500 miles on those ones. So I'm gonna put those ones back on, and hopefully those ones will last me until all the way back here again. So yeah, so anyways, so that's an update on these Michelin. So if you folks that have a SuperCub and you want to try a tire, you try the City Pro. The City Pro apparently works. Would I get this tire again? Probably not. I'd rather make sure that it's a tubeless specific, and also this thread pattern wasn't the thread pattern that I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was a different thread pattern, because when I bought this thing, I should have done more research on it, but I didn't. Or actually, I think I confused it because of the naming. I confused this one with a different model. So I thought it had a different thread, but I thought it had a different thread pattern. But it's this type, and this type I don't like, because it's that center groove. I hate those center grooves, because they tend to follow grooves on the road, and then the grooves are never straight, but it's always kind of wiggly, so the back end, it causes the tire to kind of wiggle a little bit. So I don't like that. So that's why I'm not gonna get this tire again for sure. But anyways, all right, I think I yacked long enough. So I just wanted to show you that this tube type tire does work as a tubeless Michelin City Pros. All right, thanks for watching.